Hola, bienvenido, Spanish Pocket Guru here, and this is all about sound training. Sound training to my program is very, very important because it gets you to tune your ear to the Spanish language. Pronunciation is also very, very important, so if you haven't already checked out those videos, go check out those pronunciation videos because it's all a sequence, and this is the second foundation before we move on to foundation number 3 and before we really open it up to what is possible by knowing all this stuff that I'm teaching right now. So let's get into sound training. The best way I can lay it out to you is that Spanish is meant to sound good. Spanish is a perfect sounding language, and I often refer to it as mathematics of sounds. This plus this plus this plus this, all being rules, nouns, verbs, adjectives, etc., coming together to make it flow. It's all about flow. It flows in a rhythmic fashion, and if it doesn't, it's probably wrong. So that is one really good thing to put in your toolbox right now when you're reading statements in Spanish, or when you're reading your own statements in Spanish, or you're trying to make a statement in Spanish. If it doesn't flow, if it's not rhythmic, if there's pauses, if there's beats, if you can't get through it, if you hesitate, probably there's something wrong with the grammar, because Spanish is meant to flow perfectly. Most people think Spanish is fast. It really is not. And I do agree that emotion and anger speed up the Spanish language, but it really isn't as fast as people think. We in English just process English in a much different way, and that we are not used to listening to Spanish. The way we process English is stretched out and chopped up. English is very chopped up in comparison to Spanish. If I said, I'm going to the beach, very simple statement, but really think about it. It's slow, stretched out, and chopped up. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the beach. There's no real flow to it. It's very jumpy, and that's how English is. It's almost like you get into a Jeep and go down a dirt road. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the beach. That is how English is, and that's how you can read almost any English statement. So when it comes down to listening to Spanish, it sounds like blah, 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 and that's what people always do when they mimic Spanish, and that's how it sounds to them. But in all honesty, Spanish really isn't that fast. If I said, for example, voy a la playa, and I say, I'm going to the beach, I'm going to the beach, I'm saying the same exact thing. English and Spanish, the Spanish is going to sound faster any day of the week. Voy a la playa, voy a la playa, voy a la playa, voy a la playa. I'm going to the beach, I'm going to the beach, I'm going to the beach. So now we have to tune our ears to Spanish. If I threw something else into the statement, it would actually make it sound completely different. You would hear hesitation and it wouldn't sound correct. If I wrote voy al, A-L, la playa, it would sound significantly different. Voy a la playa, I can't even get through it. Voy a la playa, voy a la playa. Actually, where I got through it there, voy a la playa, I slowed it down. It's hesitant. That's not what Spanish is about. Spanish is about movement and flow. And if you checked out my video on Ponga discutir mi cuarito, that plays into what I'm talking about as well. Any change you make in Spanish is based on making it sound good, because if it sounds good, it is good. So now I'm actually going to challenge you. I'm going to show you a couple of statements. Some of the statements are correct grammatically, some are incorrect grammatically. What I'd like you to do is try to determine which ones are incorrect based on the way that they sound. If you are reading the statement with good pronunciation, you should be able to roll through the entire statement very fluidly. If you hesitate, if you slow down, if you pause, if something happens and it just doesn't get you through it, chances are that is the incorrect statement. And this is what gives you the analytical brain moving forward, where it would make you think about what you're looking at a little bit deeper. So let's dive into those. Remember the sound of fluency. If it doesn't sound good, it's probably wrong. Read letters A and B and determine which one does not sound correct to you. Think about it. Take your time. Think about those helper words we talked about. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, A or B, which one does not sound good. Go. If you chose letter A, you are correct. Letter A is incorrect. Las chicas compra cosas de el centro comercial para la baile. Even pronouncing the words correctly, it still doesn't flow. Like B. Las chicas compran cosas del centro comercial para el baile. Sounds much better. Let's try another set, which does not sound correct. It could be all three. It could be two of the three. Think about it. 30 seconds. I gave you a little more time. Which do you think is incorrect? Was that your choice? A and B are wrong. Let's listen. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en la otoño. Doesn't flow very well. B. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en el otoño. That one flows a little bit better, but it still lags in the beginning and jolts. Let's listen to the third. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en el otoño. That one you can get through a lot faster and more fluidly. Let's try one more. All of them could be wrong. One of them could be wrong. Three of them could be wrong. See if you can tune your ear, think about it, take your time. I'm going to give you a whole minute here. Go. Let's see what you think. That might have been about a minute. Here we go. A through C are incorrect here. A. Javier y yo es primo. Me gusta veo mi prima Javier. Very tough for me to get through. There's a lot going on here. Javier y yo es primo kind of chops. You don't want chop in Spanish. B. Javier y yo primo. Me te gusta ver a mi primo Javier. It just doesn't flow. It's still very choppy. C. Javier y yo soy prima. Me gustan ver mi primo Javier. Very tough to get through. You'll know when it's correct because you roll right through it. Javier y yo somos primos. Me gusta ver a mi primo Javier. There it is, everybody. So a good thing to remember, everybody, is it's all about sound. If Spanish sounds good, it is good. Go with that. Because as we move forward, you're going to start to see this whole thing develop. I have students all the time that will read statements and say, something doesn't sound right about that. And they go back, they look at it, and chances are they have to add an A, an S, an O, something that's going to tie it all together. Or they might have to change the conjugation of something. Everything that's done in Spanish is done to make it sound good. So keep that in your mind, and let's move forward and have a good time with this. One last treat I have for you. I'm going to present to you my partner in crime for the first time. You're going to see her a lot in future videos. Her name is Maiden Rodriguez, and she is from Bogota, Colombia, and she is a psychologist. And what I actually asked her to do is take part in helping me make this video by having her read the exact same statements I had you read. She is a native speaker. You're going to be able to figure out really quickly which statements are incorrect based on her pronunciation and her inability to actually flow through the statements. And she only saw them once. She saw them quickly, and I said, ready, set, go. Read A, read B. And when she read them, you're going to see the result of that, which kind of proves my point that it's all meant to sound good. So watch out for that. And once again, everybody, subscribe, follow, send me to a friend. Ciao.
Las chicas compran cosas del centro comercial para la baile. Las chicas compran cosas del centro comercial para el baile. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en la otoño. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en el otoño. Emilio va a la universidad para estudiar en el otoño. Javier y yo es primo. Me gusta, veo mi prima Javier. No. Javier y yo primo. ¿Te gusta ver a mi primo? No, me quedé mal. Está confuso, amor. Javier y yo primo. ¿Te gusta ver a mi primo Javier? No. Javier y yo soy prima. ¿Me gusta ver a mi primo Javier? No. Javier y yo somos primos. Me gusta ver a mi primo Javier.